Hi, Jackson. Hope you're feeling better. Hi, Cooper. I hear you like to build tall towers with blocks. Hi, Lalita. Have you been playing with Barbie today? Hi, Bella and Oliver, too. Hopefully you'll like this story. It's a little bit longer. It's one of my favorites. It's about a special bull. His name is Ferdinand. This is the cover. Once upon a time in Spain, there was a little bull. His name was Ferdinand. All the other bulls he lived with would run and jump and butt their heads together. But not Ferdinand. He liked to sit just quietly and smell the flowers. He had a favorite spot out in the pasture under a cork tree. There he goes. It was his favorite tree, and he would sit in its shade all day and smell the flowers. Sometimes his mother, who was a cow, would worry about him. She was afraid he would be lonesome by himself. "Why don't you run and play with the other little bulls and skip and butt your head?" she would say. But Ferdinand would shake his head. "I like it better here, where I can just sit quietly and smell the flowers." His mother saw that he was not lonesome, and because she was an understanding mother, even though she was a cow, she just let him sit there and be happy. As the years went by, Ferdinand grew and grew until he was very big and strong. All the other bulls who had grown up with him in the same pasture would fight each other all day. They would butt each other and stick each other with their horns. What they wanted most of all was to be picked to fight at the bullfights in Madrid. But not Ferdinand. He still liked to sit just quietly under the cork tree and smell the flowers. One day, 5 men came in very funny hats to pick the biggest, fastest, roughest bull to take to Madrid to fight in the bullfights. Ferdinand knew they wouldn't pick him, and he didn't care, so he just went out to his favorite cork tree to sit down. He didn't look where he was sitting, and instead of sitting on the nice, cool grass in the shade, he sat on a bumblebee. Well, if you were a bumblebee and a bull sat on you, what would you do? You would sting him. And that's just what that bee did to Ferdinand. See the look on his face? Wow, did it hurt? Ferdinand jumped up with a snort. He ran huffing and puffing and snorting, butting and pawing the ground as if he were crazy. The 5 men saw him, and they all shouted with joy. Here was the largest and fiercest bull of all, just the one for the bullfights in Madrid. That's what they thought anyway. So they took him away for the bullfight day in a cart. What a day. Flags were flying, bands were playing. And all the lovely ladies had flowers in their hair. They had a parade into the bull ring. First came the banderilleros with long, sharp picks with ribbons on them to stick the bull and make it mad. Next came the picaderos, who rode skinny horses, and they had long spears to stick in the bull and make him even madder. Then came the matador, the proudest of all. He thought he was very handsome and bowed to the ladies. He had a red cape and a sword and was supposed to stick the bull last of all. Then came the bull, and you know who that was, don't you? Ferdinand. You see him right there? They called him Ferdinand the Fierce, and all the bandoleros were afraid of him, and the picadoras were afraid of him, and the matador was scared stiff. Ferdinand ran right to the middle of the ring, and everyone shouted and clapped because they thought he was going to fight fiercely and butt and snort and stick his horns all around. But not Ferdinand. When he got to the middle of the ring, he saw the flowers in all the lovely ladies' hair, and he just sat down quietly and smelled. He wouldn't fight and be fierce no matter what they did. He just sat and smelled. And the bandoleros were mad, and the picadores were madder, and the matador was so mad he cried because he couldn't show off with his cape and sword. So they had to take Ferdinand home. And for all I know, he's sitting there still under his favorite cork tree, smelling the flowers just quietly. He's very happy. The end. That is the story about Ferdinand, a very special bull who was very happy to smell the flowers. Till next time, I love you, it's Grandma.